Nzobu nzobu eyimba eye nzobu eyimba nzobu nzobu eyimba eye nzobu onida nzobu nwoke nzobu nwanyị eyimba eye. Ụmụ Chineke ka anyị kene Chineke nke bi n'eluigwe Chukwu okike abịa ma onye mere ka anyị pụta n'ụla n'ụtụtụ a. So the information reaching on me is that the zoo military withdrew their soldiers after Simon Ekpa told them that they are going to face them one-on-one. The Nigerian terrorists chickened out their own planned attack against Biafra last night because I posted it and advised civilians to stay indoors as we were battle ready. Immediately I posted it, the criminal commander GOC went into command. That was how the attack was aborted by my ordinary tweet. These cowards can't stand Biafran forces, but have power over innocent children and women, killing them at will. And that's what is happening. You've heard over 160 Christians were killed yesterday on Christmas Eve. The terrible things this country will do. The terrible things this country will do. On Christmas Eve, when people were having the joyous moment, these shameless terrorists invaded. This is exactly what Simon Ekpa is trying to stop. But most of you, with your misinformation and wrong way of accessing information, thinks that Simon Ekpa wants to take over your territories. Why all of a sudden they are now crying and shouting that Simon Ekpa wants to take over their land? All of a sudden. You see, I struggle so hard to put this thing together. 2 plus 2. If you call them to come and face men with guns, they can't. Even the terrorists, the Fulanis are cowards. These guys are cowards. They can't face men with guns. They know vividly well. So they go to innocent churches where you have innocent people, go there and open fire because they know that the people they are meeting have no guns. These are cowards. Cowards. Do you know that every woman has 9 lives? That's why it's difficult to kill us. We don't die, we multiply. Look at people that they held down for 3 years during the war. What then happened? And will eventually because a time will come. A time will come when, if you all don't wake up to this resolution that is happening, I bet you, with everything that I know, your hometowns will be taken. You can ask those in the north. They have lost their homes. Most of them cannot sleep in their house. Many of them cannot sleep in their homes. Why? Because their homes have been kept abandoned. And that is why I must say this, that the era and the victory that we possess has finally come to pass. You see, they can't. They withdraw their soldiers, over 500 soldiers withdrawn. They can't face just 200 Biafran Liberation Army. They can't. Cowards upon cowards looking for innocent people to kill. Go to the southeast and see what they are doing in the southeast. Checkpoints everywhere. 150 checkpoints. Each pole, they have checkpoints. Every pole you go, there's a checkpoint extorting Biafrans that are coming home for Christmas. So, they wait for you from January to December to November. They're demolishing your houses in Lagos, in the Abuja, any place you are building. Then when you want to come home in December, they check the checkpoint policemen and soldiers will be extorting your money. Terrible things are happening, and we are folding our arms, pretending that nothing is going on. I must urge every one of you to look at this whole thing, this whole situation. Let's call a spade a spade. Five northern governors has cried out and raised alarm. Five of them has raised alarm that Simon Ekpa is about to take over their territory few hours after the Middle Belt gave up 20,000 soldiers to support Simon Ekpa for the race of freedom in their land. They say they are tired of what is going on. They are tired of what is throwing out. And they now want to join the Biafran Republic. This is what they have said. But here's the truth. You see, Biafran actualization has become something very massive. Very, very massive, I must say. And this is something very big enough. It doesn't matter how hard they do it. It doesn't matter how difficult they try to do it. But it seems every state is now waking up. You see, the reason why we are still united as one is that some people have not yet understood or understand that they are about to be Islamized. There's no two ways about it. They have not yet understand though. And they have not yet understand that the country wants to Islamize them. And the earlier they understand this, the better for them. And that is why I am calling on everybody who means well for the Biafran people. Because these 5 northern governors who are now crying out and shouting that Simon Ekpa wants to finish them, must understand one thing, that we are not consumably going to keep running our mouths. They know that Simon Ekpa means well for the good of everybody. Yes, they know. They know vividly well. And that is why they know that the moment Simon Ekpa comes into this territory, they know that once Simon Ekpa comes into this territory to talk about Biafra, the moment he comes into Middle Belt, more and more things will be exposed. Yes. More and more things will be exposed. And that is why they are now crying, that is why they are now crying and shouting, screaming and shouting and saying that, that Simon Ekpa wants to take over their territories. How can you people stay and watch people die unnecessarily? Why? Why must people die? For your selfish interest to be covered. Why? You want to take over people's land and bring in your people because the British gave you people audacity to be doing this nonsense. But that time is over. It is not going to happen again. It is not going to happen again because Biafrans must rise to this horrible noise. Yes, they must rise, and Middle Belt says that they are tired. And that's the funny aspect. They are tired.